So Xilonen's banner is finally back, and I got her Constellation 6. I'll be open and I'll be honest, I got very lucky and I only lost a single 50-50 on getting her to C6, or this video would have never happened. I feel very blessed to have my favorite unit in the game near completely maxed out. I'll never R5 a weapon, so that is what it is. But today we're just gonna talk about if it was worth it. So visually, Xilonen gets a Rolex for some reason. I kinda like it. Kinda wish it was on her base design, but whatever, I guess. It's nice. It's not, you know, on an average of 1K USD nice, but it's still nice, I guess. I'll give a quick rundown of the TLDR of what her C6 does, which is it pretty much is just going to give you more damage while on field. Her night cell points will not decrease for 5 seconds, and it also adds more healing to her kit. And even if you're playing her as a DPS, you still get healing, so it just makes DPS Xilonen that much more comfortable. Overall, as your resident Xilonen hyper carry enthusiast, do I think that C6 was worth it for my favorite cat girl Gyaru? No. Honestly guys, I don't think C6ing her in general would be worth it, but I'm about to say something completely subjective, and it's completely my opinion. No limited unit in any gacha really is worth C6ing for multiple reasons. So first off, it's simply far too expensive. You have to spend too much to get copies of these units to go all the way to C6. And in the case of Xilonen, you should just stop at C2 if you are going to get copies. At C2, she'll serve as a good DPS if you want to go that route, and she'll be one of the best supports in the game even further than she already is at C0 at C2. So just go to C2 and stop if you want copies, my opinion. There isn't enough content in the game to even want to get units this powerful. Like, we have the Spiral Abyss every few weeks to do and aim for 36-star clears, which max Constellation 4-star DPS units can achieve that, and most all DPS units at 0 constellations can still clear that and get you the full 36 stars. Then we have the theater, but you can't even consistently select all the units you might have C6 since it's a rotating character pool. And even if you do get the characters that you do have C6, then you get limited uses on them unless you get the lucky cards to replenish uses, but you still have a limited number of uses to actually use the units to clear the content. So until they start developing more actual content to do with our units, I just can't ever justify going this hard on a unit ever again, or for anyone to do it in general. And if you're a new player, depending on when you started, you might not have all the elements covered, which in that case, I would definitely prioritize filling out my roster rather than getting copies of a singular 5-star unit. Now listen, if you're spending money on any gacha game, or really anything in life, please just be financially responsible. These are just games, and games are not forever. These units will not be good forever, but your well-being is far more important to spend money on over a video game. So if you are going to spend responsibly. That said, if you are just super well off and you have a lot of extra throwaway money because you're just throwing money away when you spend it on a gacha game, if we're being honest here, then yeah, you can just do whatever you want with your money. You can C6 or S6, whatever units you want, depending on the game you're playing. Just, you know, be responsible about it. So my closing thoughts are, while Xilonen is my favorite gyaru cat girl, she's my favorite unit in Genshin Impact, I personally don't regret C6ing her, but I can never advise someone else to C6 her. I morally just can't say it's worth it because Genshin has such easy content as it is that you just don't need this level of power. While it is fun to use it, I can't say it's worth it. If you guys are pooling for your first copy or any additional copies of Xilonen, let me know how it goes in the comments. You're beautiful or handsome. I hope you have a good day or a good night. I'll see you in the next one.